Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all. Dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, you join in with me. Come with me, help me say. Turn your radio on. You gotta. Turn it on, yeah. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. You know y'all can get it on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. Y'all listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Today is real simple. For everybody that's trying to become successful on any level, in any arena, any genre, I don't care what it is, if you're trying to be successful, this message is for you. Let me help you understand something real clear. You ain't going to make it the way you want to, and you're not going to make it to the heights that's fully out there and available for you without God. I'm just going to keep it real simple and clean for you today. You're not going to make it the way you want to, and you're not going to get to the heights that's available to you without God. You have to get this through your head. Now listen to me. You can try it if you want to, because I did. I'm here to tell you, I am talking purely from experience here. You can try it without God, and you can see how far you can get. Now, will you have some measures of success? Of course you will. Will it feel like days like you might make it? Of course you will, without a doubt. But let me ask you a question, though. What you gonna do about them days when you feel like you ain't gonna make it? What you gonna do about them days when you feel like giving up? When you gonna do about them days where it feel like there are no answers to your questions? What you gonna do about them days? What you gonna do about them days when everybody laughing at you and turn against you? What you gonna do about them days when you just don't see no way through it? What you gonna do about them days? Oh, see, I got the sunshine. You know, sunshine cool. Everybody got friends when it's sunny outside. You want some friends? Hit the lotto. You want to get rid of them friends? Go ask for some help. Man, I'm talking about, man, they scatter like roaches when lights come on. I'm trying to tell you. So now, here we go again. You can do this without God now, because I've done it. And you can have yourself some measure of success. Let me even hip you to a little bit closer, though. Let me tell you why you are doing it without God and having some measure of success. Can I tell you why? Because of God's grace and mercy to us. Because of his grace and mercy trying to keep us in spite of ourselves for the real mission that he really got for us. See, that's the truth of the matter now. Now what we talking about now, Steve. See, so yeah, you can do it without God, and you can have some measure of success without God. And yeah, you got your little degree and everything. Or, yeah, you completed the program, got all that, yada, yada, yada. But don't you know something? It's because of God's grace and mercy that he helps us anyway, even when we ain't asking for help. When he bails us out anyway, when we ain't even asking to be bailed out. You know why? Because he loves us that much, that he would allow us to exist until we get our mind together where he could take us where he's really trying to take us. But now let me tell you something, though. Let's get this real straight and clear today. You can do this without God if you want to. But I am telling you, to get to where you really want to be and to be all that God has for you, you got to have God. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And let me tell you this here. I don't really care what nobody done told you. Are you listening to me? I don't care what they say. Don't get this thing twisted. They got these people out here talking about they Illuminatis and all this here. Man, don't listen to me. Don't get caught in this mess. Don't get caught in no foolishness. You were created by God. God created you and your soul. We were all created in his image. All of us. Don't get to talking about you finna cut a deal with the devil and all. You ain't cutting no deal with nobody, man. The devil don't do deals. He one-sided. I'm taking you to hell, you going to hell, you'll burn in hell. That's his deal. I want your soul. I want you to lose hope. I want you to take your life. I want you to take some other people's lives. I want you to feel hopeless. I want you to realize that there ain't no God. That's his whole deal. His whole deal is negative. Oh, he can talk you into dealing drugs if you want to, but let me tell you something about this. I watch these shows all the time. Drug Inc. and all this here, cocaine mafia. Everybody on now go to jail or get killed. Our prisons is filled today with our young boys because they thought they could outslick the system. They thought they had a way. They thought. They sitting up in here and they fell for the old cliche, man, I got to do what I got to do. I got to get this money. Well, the only reason you got to do what you got to do is because, like I say all the time, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Had you just done some of the things you were supposed to do, had you just stayed in that school when it didn't look right, well, if you had just formed a relationship with God and gotten rid of the I ain't going to make it, the I'm hopelessness feeling, you wouldn't have found yourself doing something so far out the box, got you out here being in a spirit that don't even belong to you. God ain't created you to be no dope dealer or no such a thing or nothing even close to that. See, let's get your mind right and understand what's going on here. You know, that's what I need everybody. I need everybody to get me clearly about this. This is not going to happen without a relationship with God. It will not happen for you in any shape, form, or fashion. Now, one more time, for those of you that think you're making it without him, I want you to understand something clearly. It is but because of his grace and mercy that we exist. And God is just taking care of you, looking out for you. Got some angels encamped around you until you get your mind right so he can get you where you're going. But now I want you to understand something. There's a cost and a consequence and a penalty for everything we do that's outside the will of God. That's for all of us. All of us have consequences, penalties, and everything that we got to deal with outside of the will of God. Understand that clearly. Don't get this thing twisted sideways. You understand me? You know, I heard a young man tell me one day, he said, Steve, you know, man, I just don't see how God looking out for me if he would allow all these things to happen to me. I'm having such a hard time in my life. I really don't see how there's a God looking out for me. I looked at the young man. I said, let me ask you something, man. You still breathing? He said, yeah, I'm standing here talking to you. I said, you still free? He said, what you mean? I said, you ain't locked up, are you? He said, no, I'm standing here talking to you. I said, where you get them clothes from? I bought them. I said, well, you bought them with what? I bought them with money. I said, where you get the money from, young man? He said, I got a job, Mr. Harvey. I got a job. I said, well, where you live, though? He said, I got an apartment. I said, well, where you get the apartment from? Mr. Harvey, I'm working. I got an apartment. I got a job. I said, oh, okay. Okay. So now this God ain't looking out for you thing. Finish telling me what you telling me. Well, see, man, I'm having it real hard right now. I said, hey, man, are you hungry? Have you had lunch yet? He said, yeah, I already had lunch yet. I said, oh, okay. So go on, finish telling me about this, how God ain't looking out for you. He said, and you know, man, every time I try to do something, it seemed like it go wrong for me. I said, but let me ask you something, man. I said, every time it go wrong for you, I say, somehow you survive it. He said, yeah, I survive it some kind of way, but it still be all messed up for me. I said, but you still got through it, though. He said, yeah. I said, okay, man, go on, finish telling me how God ain't looking out for you. And he stopped. He said, hey, Mr. Harvey, he said, how come every time I tell you something that's going wrong, you keep telling me God looking out for me? I said, because you still here, man. I said, see, you don't understand it. I said, you seem to think that you're supposed to skate through life, that it's all supposed to go how you want it, any kind of way. I said, man, these is the test of your faith. I said, God looking out for you the whole time. I said, every time you tell me something going wrong, you seem to turn around and tell me how you survived it. You keep telling me what ain't going right, but you keep telling me all these things you have. I said, man, so what you got to do is you got to stop looking at the what you ain't got column and start focusing on the what you do have column. But if you ain't happy with nothing he done done for you, you want him to keep piling stuff on. I said, you failed in the test, young man. The test is, are you grateful for where you are right now so I could give you more so we can move forward? He said, oh, man, I never even looked at it like that. I said, well, why don't you take your blessed self on somewhere and sit down? He said, man, I think I'm going to go on over here and let you finish talking. I said, thank you, son. Sometimes you just got to look at what you do got, folks. That's all it is, okay? You can't make it without God, y'all. You got me today? All right, let's be clear. Let's go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Who is this?
Happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies and some of you guys. Happy Valentine's Day to you. All right, did I do it?
You did that. You did that.
Wow, Jay, are you turning over a new love leaf?
And many more.
Wow.
No, hit it, Tommy. And many more. It's Valentine's Day, baby. It is the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We're riding solo. It's your boy, James Brown, Shirley Strawberry. What is going on, baby?
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's.
And lots of love to everybody. You know I love love.
Love Valentine. You know what? I hate people who love love. I do.
Love.
I
Well,
really...
then you hate me then, because I love
What
love.
up, Carla? How you doing?
Happy Valentine's Day, J. Crew. What's going on this lovely day?
I know.
Yeah,
I have love.
Happy. Y'all are
Love
way
is in
too
the
happy.
air. Love.
Love is in the air.
What up, Junior?
Hey, it's just morning, Jay.
You're not feeling the love?
I'm not telling
Junior?
him Happy Valentine's Day. It's just morning, Jay.
Well, you
Let's
could
move
tell
on.
us and
Well,
our
happy-
beautiful
no, not y'all.
audience.
Happy Valentine's Day, ladies, and everybody in radio
Yeah,
land.
there you go.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
not Jay. The way he
Thank
coming
you.
at me, I ain't like how strong it was.
I'm just so shocked. He even
And it's a
acknowledged
happy
the day.
Valentine's Day to you, Tommy. How about that?
Thank you.
Lindsay wishes
Thank you.
a
It's a
happy
love
Valentine's
day.
It's a
Love. It's that getting naked day.
Yeah.
Everybody
man.
gonna be
I'm with you.
naked today.
I think
the
tonight
day.
I'll take a love bath.
This is about love, not about sex, okay?
How do them
Take
two
a
not go
love
together,
bath.
sir?
Well, I just want you to know it's about love.
It's
and
about
your heart
love,
and how
but
you feel.
But if you're gonna have
about a
love, then, but
person.
you have to be naked to love.
Yeah, if you're in love, you're right, Tommy. At some point, nakedness comes
It
into
has
the
to
love.
happen today.
It has to.
Now let it not happen.
Yeah.
In order to love someone, you have to be naked.
Me?
At some point.
If
At
you gonna
some
love
point, you
me.
can't- Yeah.
Okay? And Jay, I just want to correct you. It's not Happy Valentine's. It's just Happy Valentine.
No, black people add an S to it. Times.
They do. You know they do.
No,
Times 3.
he's saying it's an N, not an M.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's pronounced Happy Valentine's Day. Times.
Love
I
is in the
didn't
air.
Apostrophe
Valentine's
S,
Day.
though, it is Valentine's.
No,
But
it is.
he got an M in
He
there,
got
though.
an M, not an E.
Valentine.
Oh.
Yeah.
But okay, I get that. But Tommy says you got to be naked today.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely.
let's stop this. Shirley and Carla.
Yeah.
Now, I mean no offense. Y'all ain't gonna be naked with y'all man today?
I love it.
At some point.
Okay, thank you.
But it doesn't mean
No, that's
that.
right, Carla. At some point,
Valentine,
yeah.
you'll
And
eventually
Tommy,
get
I'm
to
gonna
that.
get naked by myself. How about
Love you, Jay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You your own Valentine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But Shirley ain't gonna act like naked ain't got nothing to do with it.
No,
Don't
that's
act
not
like
what
that,
I'm
Shirley.
saying.
What's
That's
the
not what
purpose of Valentine's? We ain't gonna be naked.
All right, look.
You changed.
It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's, everybody. And we're going to ask the question when we come back. How do you know when you're in love? That's coming up at 32 after the hour. How do you
that's a
know?
good one.
Ooh.
That's a
All
good
right,
one.
right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we're going to quickly go around the room and see how do you know you're in love on this Valentine's Day as we celebrate love today and Valentine's. All right, come on,
that's
Junior. How do you know?
How do you know you in love?
When you're in love.
When no matter what she do, you defend it. Yeah,
Good one.
Now you in love.
Good
Why she slap you, though?
Don't, cause she love me. Why else would her hand be up here like that? See, nobody love you cause you ain't get slapped. Yeah, that's when you know you in love.
That's when you know what you got.
What about you? What about you, Jay?
Oh, when you ask the question, well, how long you gonna be over your mama house? I need to know.
How do you know you're in love?
How long you gonna be over to your mama house before you come back? I need to know how long you gonna be over there.
So when you start keeping tabs on her, where she goes.
Way too much tab.
And how long
way too much tab. Yeah.
All right, come on, nephew. How
Okay,
do
I'm
you
finna
know
make some sense
when you're in
now.
love?
I'm finna make some sense.
No, you ain't.
I'm finna make some sense.
Wait a minute.
What? I
Wait a
really am.
minute. I gotta just let that
Marinate
stand
for a
just
minute.
for a moment.
Yeah.
You know, you two, y'all something else.
What?
When I get philosophical, y'all can't.
When you get what?
Philosophical.
Okay.
Okay.
See, right there, right there.
See, now
gotta
that's
let that
stupid
man
right there.
Let that marinate. Okay. Okay. Now give me the question
All right.
again.
Okay, it's not hard.
Okay.
Okay, how do you know when
I
you're in
can't
love?
tell how many times I heard that.
Hey!
On Valentine's Day. Go.
How do you know when you're in love?
It really happens when you're first naked. You
I knew it. I know
no,
this.
it does. It does. It
It's all
happens
about
then.
nudity.
It happens then. Okay, Carl, I'm gonna switch.
Hey,
I'm gonna
dude.
flip script. Honestly,
No, just say what it is.
okay,
how
I'm
you
just
feel.
gonna give it to you from this is Thomas' mind.
Mm-hmm.
When you know you cannot live without that person.
Okay.
Okay.
When you wake up
Yeah.
thinking about them, go to
Right.
sleep thinking
I
about them.
always say this. I truly want to die before my wife, because I can't live without her. That's just real.
Aw.
That's really sweet.
I don't know who this is. I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
taking the fun.
Okay,
out
can
of
you
it.
can you
all
bring
the fun
Tommy
out of
back,
this.
please?
Okay,
Yeah.
but not Tommy though.
Uh-huh.
Tommy though.
That was a great
Please.
answer.
That was
Whoever
Thomas'
that
mind.
was.
I see Tommy.
That was
That's a great
Tommy.
answer. But where?
But not Tommy.
Yeah.
If we ain't naked,
yeah.
I don't love you.
There you go.
I'm just
That's the Tommy I know.
That my
If
boy.
we
show
ain't
up.
naked, I
That's
don't
my
love
boy
you.
right there. He's back.
Don't be
He's
asking me
back.
about love.
Okay.
Unless we naked.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't even bring it
As a matter
up.
of fact, after we get
Yeah.
through being naked,
Uh-huh.
don't remind me I told you I love you in the middle of
While
it.
we were naked.
That was just for the end.
Yeah. That was
Thank
just for
you.
them.
Thank you,
There you
Tommy,
go.
for
Okay.
a
That's
real
what I want to
answer.
hear
Okay.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all, you know what I know? That y'all don't like Thomas' mind.
Oh,
No, we
I
don't.
don't.
No, we don't.
I love
Wait,
Tommy.
no.
I don't like Tommy.
It's just that it's not that we don't like him; it's we don't know him. Okay.
This is true.
Yeah, he's
We-
brand new.
Yeah, we don't know that guy. You stunned, you shut the room down with
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
All right, so Jay,
Yes.
you have a Valentine's Day love song for us? Did you
This
say?
is great. This is great. Everybody who has been in love has been through this. This happens around the end of love.
Uh-huh.
At the
When
end of
when love starts to leave, you've been naked.
Oh, we passed it.
You passed naked. You've been naked, but you're
Wait,
not
excuse
impressed
me,
by the
excuse me,
nakedness
Jay.
anymore.
Wait a minute. You murdered a love song for Valentine's Day? Is that what you're saying? You
Uh-huh.
murdered
This
it?
it's kind of like a love song. It just lets you know when the love is gone. This is very important for a lot of people.
Oh, it's over.
Okay.
Around Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Hit it.
It is.
Oh, wait a minute. The phone's ringing. God. It's Adele. Hello. I know who it is. I'm aware. Shh. Adele, we already went over. We already went over this. We went over everything. Oh my God. Okay, well, it's time to move on. Hello, I'm here. Yes, I can hear you. I'm talking on the phone. Oh my God. Okay, well, that's over. We moved on. We moved on, Adele. It's time to move on. Let it go. I mean, jeez. Okay, yeah. We move on. It's just, I've forgotten. Can you just let it go? I mean, oh my God. Jesus Christ. Okay, hello. You don't have to scream. I'm right here. Yeah, you called more than 1,000 times. I should report you behind. Yeah, I'm okay. It's good. I'm cool with it. Yes. Let it go.
Hello.
What now?
How are you?
I'm fine. I mean, what?
It's so typical of me to talk about myself.
Then let it go, Adele, please.
Go ahead, J. Anthony Brown. That's how you murder a hit.
Getting on your nerves. Hello.
Got on my last
Yes.
Such a beautiful song.
What do you
What
want?
do you want?
You really murdered that one, Jay.
God,
I'm right here, Dale.
I'm on the phone.
Jay, it's
Can
supposed
I
to be
watch
about
the damn
love
game?
today.
I know. I mean, we just got here, and we're already destroying
but that's
the myth.
when you put the phone on mute and you curse. You've ever done that? Have you ever done that?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Every time
Jay,
my
I didn't
sister
curse
calls.
and I didn't curse and forgot to put it on mute. What the hell? She heard me. She heard me.
Oh my
You heard
God.
all of that? Oh my God! I didn't know you did that.
Or they hung up or you hung up and they didn't hang up and they hear your conversation.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't stand her.
Or there's nobody talking and it's just so that's it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you got nothing to say? No.
Oh, we've done 2 minutes of whatever. Well, whatever.
You know you're in my lane
Okay,
now.
well, whatever. Nah.
Well, whatever to you. Well, whatever to you, back to you. Okay, all of that, yeah.
What kind of Valentine's Day is
This is Valentine's from hell.
Okay. All right, we got to bring the love back. Oh, God, we really, really do. This is Valentine's Day, guys. It's the day
Happy
of
Valentine's Day,
love.
everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever, Jay. All right, coming up next, the nephew with Run That Prank Back right after this.
Come on.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, in entertainment news, get a load of this. Bill Cosby says prison is amazing.
He likes
amazing.
Well, let's
Amazing.
I'd like to talk to you about myself.
Plus, Miss Anna's on deck with our national news. But right now, it is the nephew in the building on this Valentine's Day with Run That Prank Back. What you got now?
Creeping pastor. Creeping pastor. Here we go.
Hello?
I'm trying to reach Deacon.
You got him. Who is this?
Deacon, hey,
How you doing today?
I ain't doing too good. You done been over here praying for my wife again, right?
Yeah, right. Yes, sir.
You done came over here 3 times in 1 week. My wife had already went through the operation and all that. She gonna be fine. I don't need you over here praying 3 times a week, cause honestly, I think it's something else on your mind when you come over here praying for my wife. I ain't stupid.
Brother, you kind of hold it, brother. This brother.
This is.
Well, your wife was on the sick and shut-in list. And Reverend asked me to come by. Reverend requested that I come by.
Okay, he ain't requested for you to bring your black to my house for no damn 3 times in 1 week, man. So you can cut that bullshit out with me. You can cut that bullshit out.
Hold it, brother. I came with Sister Georgia the first time. The second time, I came by myself because she wasn't able to come by. And I only stayed 15 minutes each time. So what's the problem?
Because I already know what you doing. I know you trying to holler at my wife. I ain't stupid.
Help at your wife? I have a wife. Why would I help at your wife? She's part of the church ministry.
I already know what you doing, man. You up in here trying to holler at my wife. Why ain't nobody at the house? I already know what you doing. Let me tell you something. Keep your black away from my damn house. If you want to pray for my wife, you can pray for my wife on the phone. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Wait a minute. You can't. Wait a minute. Hold it. You can't talk to me like that.
You gonna make me lay hands on your ass. That's what you gonna make me do.
Oh no, brother. Ain't gonna be none of that. Ain't gonna be none of that. You talking to the wrong brother now. Okay. Now, first of all, you're not gonna disrespect me and curse me out. Okay. That's not even the way brothers should be talking to brothers. Second of all, if there's any laying on the hands, it's gonna be my hands laying on you. Okay.
You ain't finna lay. You ain't finna lay. I know what you're trying to lay on my wife. See, if I find out you cheating and mess around, find out you mess around with my wife, it's gonna be some. I know what you're trying to do.
You're crazy.
I'm just letting you. I'm gonna say it one more time. Keep your black off around my house.
You know, first of all, I told you once again, you can't be talking to me like that. Now, I'm trying to be cool about the situation. because I know you may be just upset. Okay, I can appreciate that. Okay, I have a wife, and I'd be upset if somebody was coming by to visit my wife.
Won't you spend more time at your house with your wife?
I do spend my time with my wife. I do.
You know,
I don't spend much time. I only came by 2 or 3 times.
Maybe I need to come by your house and holler at your wife.
Well, you welcome to.
But maybe I need to come lay something over there on her.
Oh, now
you're trying to do with mine.
Hold it 1 minute. I told you before, you're being disrespectful. Now, that was a very idiotic statement for you to make. Okay?
That's what's going to happen if I catch your black at my house again. I'm going to play this, man, and then I'm getting off the phone with you. You, your pastor, any more of them deacons, if anybody come by my house again and I ain't there, I'm kicking your black ass. That's a promise.
You know what? That's it. Look here, brother. If there's going to be any ass whooping going on, I'm going to be kicking your ass. I'm going to lay my hands on you, and I'm going to give you a good, sanctified ass whooping, and then I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray to heal you by this foot I'm going to put up your ass, okay? Because I've had it with you, you know, and I only went by to visit your wife because I was asked to go visit your wife. Now, there was a problem. You should have called the pastor, okay? But you're not going to disrespect me, my wife, the church on the phone. Now, if you want to do something about it, you can meet me any place. Well, as a matter of fact, I can go anywhere I want in this town. If I be at your house talking to your wife, if the pastor asks me to go, I'm going to be there, okay? You're just a stupid brother, okay? You need to come to church. You need to come to church. You need to come to church more often. That's the problem. You don't come to church more often. If you come to church more often, you wouldn't be talking to me like that. You wouldn't be worried about me and your wife because there must be something wrong at your house. You'd be worried about me fooling with your wife, okay? So you need to check her. Okay, you need to check her. How about that? Why don't you do that? Why don't you just check her? Okay.
Tommy said you the one that's cheating with my wife. That's all I know.
Who? Tommy
said you the one that's cheating around with my wife.
Tommy, who is Tommy? Tommy who?
This is Nephew Tommy, man. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, man. Your church member, Lawrence, got me to prank phone call.
Y'all wrong for that. You know, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. You know, y'all on the highway to hell. All of y'all. You know, nonstop. No, you know, y'all just gone, you know. Ain't no stop signs. You know, I'm finna go. I'm finna pray for all of y'all, all of you brothers, Nephew Tommy, Steve Harvey, Brother Lawrence is wrong for that. Okay, I'm gonna check him. I'm finna check him. I'm finna go. I don't want to talk to y'all no more. I'm praying for all of y'all.
One more thing, hey, brother, before you go, man, you got to tell me what's the baddest radio show in the land, man?
Steve Harvey Morning Show. On that slide all the way to hell, I'm finna go. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
That is the creep. I'm sorry, that is the creeping past. My bad.
You're still in deacon mode.
Went straight to the deacon. Went straight to the deacon.
Always mess with those church people. I keep telling you.
I got to put it out there. Tonight is my first night. I'm in Killeen, Texas tonight. Okay. It is Twice as Funny Comedy Club. I got 2 shows tonight, and 2 tomorrow, Friday, and 2 on Saturday. The nephew will be in town. So as soon as we get off the air, I'm rolling to Killeen, Texas. So watch me work tonight. And then next week, laying in the cut is West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm at the Improv. That's Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. The nephew is coming to town. West Palm Beach, baby. Here I come.
Okay, you'll probably have a lot of couples.
Yeah.
Tonight. Yeah, because it's
There's
Valentine's
going to be a lot
Day.
of couples tonight.
Yeah,
and a lot of military people tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you go out tonight, you're the one.
Yeah. Well, are you the one he has to take out?
Now, if you go out early on that day,
no,
early.
Lunchtime is a different person than the person at dinner.
Okay.
Okay, but
so
we're not.
dinner's the one.
That's the one that you have to take out.
Not have to. You
Well,
want to.
okay.
You get to take her out.
But lunch?
Sometimes it's have to, Shirley. Sometimes it's have to.
No, not if you really love that person and you guys are in a relationship, Jay.
I ain't say all that. I just said sometimes it's have to. That's all.
All right. Listen, coming up at the top of the hour, guys. I know, entertainment news. Bill Cosby says jail is amazing. We'll get into that right after this. Amazing.
Amazing. You're not going to believe how good it is here.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here's this crazy story. Bill Cosby is
Don't
serving...
do it, Shirley. Shirley, don't do it.
Don't set us up like that.
Don't set us up.
I'm the messenger, guys.
It's an alley-oop, though.
I know.
You.
I'm the messenger. Bill Cosby is serving 3 to 10 years in prison. We know that. For sexually assaulting Andrea Constant. Now, of all the words you'd expect someone to use to describe prison, we've never heard amazing, right? Amazing probably is not one of the words that they would use to describe prison.
No.
Yet that is just what we're hearing from Bill Cosby's camp. According to Mr. Cosby's spokesperson, Andrew Wyatt, he says his experience at SCI Phoenix Prison has been much better than he anticipated. So far,
This is nice. This is nice.
Bill Cosby's 81 years old. He's lost weight. He's given up coffee. The funny part about it...
And he's giving up wine.
well,
ain't got it in there.
Yeah, he had no choice, right?
They making it, but it ain't the same one.
But the funny part about all of this is his wife, Camille Cosby, has been trying to stop him from drinking coffee for about 55 years, his spokesperson Wyatt said. It took prison to stop him from drinking coffee. Speaking of Camille Cosby, he speaks to her on the phone at least 3 times a day. 3 times a day.
What else is he doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing
He's
now?
got time.
And she's on the phone going, hello? What is it, Bill? What?
Oh, Lord. What is
Hello?
it now? What is it now?
I hate all of you.
Yeah. I don't know who Bill thinks
I
he fooling.
just spoke to you. You're not going anywhere. What?
Did you eat
do
your
you
pudding
want?
earlier? Did you eat your pudding? What is it, Bill? This is nice.
Ain't they playing domino right now?
Can we do a reenactment? Hello?
No.
This is,
No.
Hello,
Yeah.
Bill?
I want to talk to you about everything going on in myself.
Really, guys?
What
Really?
is it?
I wanted
Bill?
to give you a call and tell you what
You
was going
called
on.
me like 6 times
I
already.
know,
Just
Camille,
3.
but you haven't seen what's going on. I
Oh
got
my
new
God,
uniforms and they
Bill,
got them all
please.
cleaned up nice.
Give it a break. Miss a day.
Cosby
quite
was
finished?
Cosby was moved to general population a couple of weeks ago, but
He
he's
in
still
Gym Pop?
Yeah, he has a solo cell though. He still has a solo cell, and he doesn't exercise with everyone else. He
Go
does,
out
however.
and do
Be
the
treating him
calisthenics
like a
with
king
everybody.
in there. Those guys are so happy to have. Nobody's gonna mess with him. They're gonna protect him. They're not gonna let anybody mess with Bill Cosby.
They respect him.
So that's probably what the amazing part.
Oh, but he's telling stories,
No,
though, Jay. Trust
no.
me.
Yeah.
He's a great storyteller.
Yeah.
So he
Well,
telling
I'll tell
And
you
he
one
got people
thing.
that listen to him that can't go nowhere.
I'll tell you one thing, though. I don't care what nobody say. It don't be free.
What's that?
Freedom. Yeah.
He out there talking about it's amazing. You should try this free thing. This free thing is awesome.
Freedom.
But it don't be free.
It's free. It don't be that.
Well, I mean, at least he has a good, positive attitude about his
Yeah.
incarceration. I mean, I don't know what you can say about this story.
I didn't drop paint off at prison. It wasn't fun.
I don't know what to say
Now
here.
I got a nightlight in myself.
You guys, really?
Well, you shouldn't have read this.
Well, I'm the messenger, guys. This is what's going on.
And
That's
when the
what we
messenger
do,
brings the
Shirley. When you do
word.
what you do, we do what we do.
Yes. I forgot who I was in the room with. All right, listen, it is time for today's headlines. Please introduce Miss Ann J.
That was the headline.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Miss Ann Tripp, y'all.
Miss Ann Tripp.
Bill Cosby hasn't seen his wife since he entered that maximum security prison in Phoenix, and he calls her 3 times a day, he says, and insists they have a, quote, solid relationships. Okay, President Trump's position on the temporary bipartisan congressional agreement on border security and government funding can be summed up in 2 words. Not yet.
We'll be getting it. We'll be looking for landmines. Could have that. Been known to happen before to people. But we have not gotten it yet. It'll be sent to us at some point, and we'll take a very serious look at it. I don't want to see a shutdown. Shutdown would be a terrible thing.
The president could always change his mind. The deadline is Friday, tomorrow. But Trump seems to be suggesting that he will sign the measure and therefore keep another government shutdown from happening. Votes on the pact scheduled for the House and the Senate for later on today and this evening. As the new presidential election season begins kicking up, the American Civil Liberties Union challenging a New Hampshire law that it says unfairly targets young voters. The ACLU has filed a federal lawsuit on behalf of 2 Dartmouth University students who say that making residency a condition of voting in that state creates a hardship for people who are just in school there. That new law takes effect July 1st. Today's the anniversary of the Parkland, Florida school shootings where 17 people entirely were killed at Marjorie Stoneman High School. They were shot to death by a gunman, of course. They're going to have memorial services there, and they say that it's going to be a day of reflection for the children as well. One of the women who accusing Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax of sexual acts apparently going to speak with a district attorney. Vanessa Tyson says Fairfax assaulted her about 15 years ago when they met at the National Democratic Convention. Another woman accusing Fairfax of taking advantage of her 19 years ago when they were in Duke University together. The problem of sexual assault in the military has gotten a little worse. According to the latest government figures, the number of sexual assaults reported at the country's 3 U.S. military academies rose slightly. The Pentagon says 117 students at the Army, Navy, and Air Force academies filed sexual charges during the last school year. That's up from 112 2 years earlier. Americans are expected to spend an estimated $19 billion with a B this Valentine's Day, which is today, of course, on chocolate and cards and flowers and all that kind of stuff. And today is, of course, National Lovers Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, baby.
It's also Single Awareness Day, just by the by. So be loving whoever you're loving, your pets, your plants, or whoever. Okay, now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, I know you can't wait for this. It is Valentine's Day. We've been saying Happy Valentine's Day all morning, and guess who's here? With the Valentine's Day poem for us. It's Junior.
You thought I wasn't going to have one?
Yes.
You thought y'all gonna get by today.
The poet is here.
Without a poem.
Poet is in the
You
room.
think the day of love, I wasn't gonna have no poem. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You know, I'm a bachelor, so I be looking out for these ladies, right? You know, I be thinking about some of the ladies that don't have nobody.
Oh, listen
Come
to
on.
your voice.
You know what I'm saying? You got some ladies who
Slide in your sexy, boy. Slide in your sexy.
But it's still high though.
Spit it
You
out.
know,
It's still
but
high.
I'm trying it though. You know what I'm saying?
High and sexy, though.
High and sexy. But it's some ladies that ain't got nobody.
You sound like Smokey.
And there's some ladies that's breaking up today with somebody. It's not really happy Valentine's. It's just Valentine's Day for them. This poem is for them.
Come
I
on.
think it's just Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I call this poem a poem, just like everybody else. That's all. That's it. Nothing special.
That's the name of a poem?
A poem.
What do you call it?
Just a poem. I just wrote this pretty much like, it's like Kanye, like he write a song. Same thing with poems, man. They just come to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I just put them up, you know, so I didn't have time to get the name. I got the poem. I didn't have time to get the name.
You didn't title the poem.
Yeah, I didn't title it.
How do you
So
get
the poem
inspired?
is called a poem.
It's called a poem. It's called an untitled poem. Thank you, Carla. It's untitled. Yeah.
Okay.
And here it is.
Come on.
Let's hear it. Spit it.
Daisies are yellow and sometimes white. But I want your ass gone by Valentine's night. The
Oh,
end.
that's deep. That's deep, man.
That's deep.
boy.
Wait.
Yes.
Where's the love?
That I told you this for women who ain't got nobody. This ain't about this Valentine. This ain't happy Valentine's. This Valentine's Day. This ain't happy.
This
No,
for women
it's
ain't
not
got
happy.
nobody.
They
Give it
ain't
to
got
me one
nobody.
more time.
Here it is. Daisies are yellow and sometimes white. But understand, I want your ass gone by Valentine's night. The
I
end.
love it. I'm loving it, man.
That is it. That is. Here go
You got
another
another one?
Yeah.
You got
another?
Yeah, three of them hit me at one time. Here it is.
Oh, okay.
Flowers on earth to give us a great smell, but the love making you do is boring as hell.
Wow.
I am in here doing
yeah.
nails. I did my hair. There ain't nothing happening in this room.
Oh, so this is for the ladies.
Yeah.
This for the ladies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Helen, this is gonna happen. Like somebody's gonna have to
Can
say
you do that
this.
one more time, Junior? Can you do
Yeah,
that one more time?
flowers on earth to give us a great smell, but the love making you do is boring as hell.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, y'all, one more. Come on.
Here, last one.
Wait.
The gift of tulips is the gift that won't miss. But these two lips, you won't again kiss.
Yeah. Take that.
I'm
Love
too
Jones,
much.
baby.
I'm too much.
You killed it, Junior.
too
You
much.
did. All right, coming up, thank you, Junior. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. Coming up at 34 after. Did you guys watch Steve and Monique on the show yesterday?
Oh,
that
yeah.
interview?
Yes.
Wow. We'll talk
Yes.
about that right after this.
Boy, a poet.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, happy Valentine's Day, guys. If you're just joining us, Junior, our poet, just spit some beautiful
Thank you very
rhymes
much,
for us
man.
this morning
No need to talk
on this
about me.
Valentine's
Love
Day.
Jones, boy.
And so we're going to move on. Thank you
please.
again, Junior. Yeah, Steve is out today, in case you haven't noticed that. But the number one trending story on Steve Harvey FM is Steve's interview. Everybody's talking about this with Monique. And as we all know, there was a lot of drama between Monique, Tyler Perry, Oprah, and producer Lee Daniels. Well, Monique has been very vocal about this situation. Take a listen.
As we try to come through this, because what I want really is for you to come through, because I know who you really are. And so what I want you to do is come through this with a different way. Because you, Monique, you my girl. I love you like a sister. I hate what's happening to you. I hate what they're saying that's not true. I want them to know that you are Carrie, that you're a great mother, that you're an incredible talent. I don't like the fact that you've been blackballed. You can be unblackballed. You too talented to have to worry about all this where the next one coming from. I want this to end for you.
Well, listen.
I want it to end for you, Monique, because I love you. Because these people are doing it the wrong way, and you better than that. You are better than that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really something. That was Steve being, yeah.
I missed it.
You
I
missed
was
what?
there.
Oh, you
I
missed
missed
the show?
yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
missed
Right
the
there.
show.
We was right there.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Yeah,
good.
it was
And this discussion was heated. Take a listen. Here's more.
I probably should have called you as soon as, but I didn't. I got a lot of stuff going on. So I didn't. When I did call you, I listened to you. But I began telling you at the very beginning, I think we're going about this the wrong way. Now we keep saying stuff in the interim that keeps just making it worse. Hollywood know you
But
talented.
it's making it worse for who?
It's making it worse.
For who?
Okay, if you think it's cool, then it's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
But
to
it's
you,
not
baby.
cool, Mo.
For who?
It's not cool.
For who?
The fact that we sitting here arguing like this.
We're not arguing.
Okay, we're discussing.
You and your sister, we having a conversation that mommy and daddy ain't
Right.
here right now,
Cool.
and I'm getting ready to punch you in your mouth.
Nah.
That's the conversation. Bam, bam. Right. I think what happens though is I've had to understand how to agree to disagree without being upset. And that's the thing. I disagree with my brother. I'm not upset with you. I love you.
Wow. Whew. Well, I mean, you know, brother and
it's-
sisters do get into heated
But it was
discussions.
time for it to come out.
Yeah.
It's been going on a
Yeah,
long time.
I mean-
It's been time.
It hasn't come to the forefront like this, you know.
Right.
We know what Monique said on stage and all of that, and
Right.
we know what's been going on behind closed doors and behind the scene. But people, you know, haven't heard the two of them discuss it publicly like they discussed it yesterday on the show, and it was trending. It was trending a lot, and
it still
hopefully-
is.
Yeah, and it still is, right?
I think Monique could have said, you know, if nothing but if I offended somebody for the way I said it, then I apologize for that. I'm not taking back what I said because that's what I felt, as opposed to her saying, well, I stand by what I said, because I think that's what everybody wanted, is just to move on.
Yeah, you want to
And
move on.
it seemed like a fight that Monique had with Netflix. Not that everybody had that fight with Netflix, and that's probably to me, that's where she went wrong.
And there was a lot of issues. There was the Netflix boycott,
It was
and
the
then
telling-
you know, like Shirley talked about with Tyler Perry,
Yeah, those
with
statements.
Lee Daniels,
Yeah.
and with
Yeah.
Oprah
Telling them
Winfrey,
to-
and with
Right.
all of that, and being blackballed from
Yeah.
the industry, you know, based on
Well,
things
when you
that she
say
said,
stuff
and
like
it
that,
sounded like
there ain't gonna be a lot of people calling you when you say that.
right,
It's
right.
But you
Yeah.
know,
And that was Steve's point. It
and-
seemed like he was saying he wanted her to handle it differently.
Right, and that was the thing too with Steve. He loves her, he believes in her, he knows she's a very talented woman.
Yeah.
He doesn't want the world deprived of her talent. He wants her and whoever to make this thing right and good so we can move forward, so you can get some work, so you can, you know, feed your family and make your money and all of that. You know, an apology can't hurt.
I just hope they can get past it.
Well, they can, but they have to do the work. You can't just wish it gone and it's gone. You know.
You know what? The whole interview was like 50 minutes long.
Yeah.
So they edited it down. So it's a lot more to it.
And he'll be back tomorrow to talk about it.
He's going to talk about it.
Too.
Yeah. Go to Steve Harvey FM and leave your comments, okay? Thank you. You're calling, Jay? You were right there when it all took place. Coming up next, it is the nephew with a prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's today's Strawberry Letter on this Valentine's Day. The subject is menage or nah.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, this is for you. Menage or nah. We'll tell you about that. Right now, though, the nephew's here. He's in the building right here with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
Valentine's delivery. Brand spanking new. Valentine's delivery.
Ding dong.
Y'all ain't ready for this. Like a here it go.
Hello, my name is Eric. I'm giving you guys a call. I got a delivery I got to make there tomorrow for Valentine's. For who? Kendra?
Yeah, Kendra lives here. That's my wife, but I didn't order anything for her for Valentine's Day.
I'm supposed to be there between 7 and 7:30. You guys are first on my list tomorrow morning for Valentine's, and I got like 7-8 boxes here that's coming to you all's place. So,
all right, let me
ask you this: are you at 6 West Dawn? Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. But again, there must be some clerical error or typo because like I just told you, man, I didn't. Boxes and channel?
Well, it's about 7 boxes, but I mean, let's just looking at the total here, it adds up to about $600-something. I mean, I got flowers.
No, partner, I'm just gonna take her to dinner and we just gonna do our thing. But there was no delivery scheduled from me. No, especially not at 7 o'clock. No, partner, you got it. There's something wrong.
Well, are you not gonna be there? Are you not gonna be there tomorrow morning, sir?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be here, but as far as accepting a delivery that I didn't order and didn't pay for, that's not happening, man.
Well, let me say this. I got flowers, 2 boxes that are lingerie, several boxes that are sex toys.
What?
I have all that stuff loaded to be delivered tomorrow at 7 a.m. And,
no, dude. Obviously, there's a communication breakdown between you and me, player, because I didn't order that. And
right, but you're telling me I have the problem I'm having is that you're telling me I have the right address. You know the name of the person, Kendra, which is your wife, right?
Yeah. So far so good, man. But as far as me ordering that, dude, I'm not accepting it because I didn't pay for it. I did not order this, man.
It's already paid. Let me just look at the name here on the. Here it is right here. Okay, we got Devin.
Who'd you say?
I said Devin. That's who made the purchase.
Oh no. Okay, that's my wife's ex-husband. So either you and him are in cahoots with each other to do this and try to upset me. But guess what? You succeeded. All right, so I'm gonna make this as plain.
Hang on, sir. Hold on.
No, I listen to you. I listen to you, so you listen to me. This is what I want to make abundantly clear to you. I understand you have a job to do, but if you bring those roses and all of that stuff past my house tomorrow, this is what's going to happen. Those roses, those thorns, I'm going to put them somewhere so far up your rear end that the only way that they see sunshine is when you open your mouth. So do not, I repeat, do not, you and Devin, y'all can take this and you can do whatever y'all want with it. Y'all can play with the sex toys, red roses and all that other stuff. Y'all can do what you need to. Do not show up at my crib tomorrow because it ain't going to be a happy Valentine's Day for nobody involved. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. As a delivery person, I am obligated to make the drop. I have to make this drop, or then I don't get, I get chewed out that I didn't do my job because this stuff is
okay.
Paid
So
for.
what would you rather be chewed out or have thorns up your rear end?
Let's slow down. Here. What you're not gonna do is tell me what you're finna do to some flowers. And you ain't finna stick nothing up my.
Okay, all right. I won't do the flowers. I'll use the sex toys for you. So you got a choice. You either got flowers or sex toys.
Let me say this, Mr. Isaiah.
Flowers or sex toys.
I'm trying to be as professional as possible.
I'm trying to be as cool as possible, but you ain't listening to me. Do not bring a delivery. Okay, you can drop them off at the curb, then you get credit for it, and whoever walk past and up and down the street, they can pick it up. But do not come to my front door and ring my doorbell asking me to sign and accept nothing. It ain't happening.
To drop them off at the door, sir.
No.
Okay, I'm telling you now, I gotta drop them off at the door. The problem I'm having is you telling me you gonna stick some flowers up my. Now we got a problem. Just listening to this whole scenario, I'm just curious. Is it possible that maybe Devin does something for her that you don't do?
Hey man, where are you going at with this? All I'm telling you is to mind your business and don't make this drop.
Why am I delivering stuff that Devin? Sure, I'm just asking. Why am I delivering stuff that Devin has purchased for her?
Guess what?
In a
you need
sexual toys?
You need to ask Devin, because he better not show his face up over here. You can take it home and give it to your girl if you want to.
I'm not giving my girl anything that I didn't buy for her. I'm not doing that.
You think so? If you're not gonna give your girl anything that you didn't buy for her, why am I going to accept something for my girl that I didn't buy for her?
I ain't telling you that you got to accept it. All I'm saying is I got to make my delivery.
If you bring it to my house, I got to accept it. And I'm telling you now, don't even bring it to my house.
Maybe Mr. Devin know what she likes. She must like.
Obviously, she don't like him no more.
She must
be
like
an ex-employee of the flower delivery person, just like her ex-husband.
I'm bringing these boxes.
Whooping. That's all I got to say. Two words for you.
I'm bringing these tomorrow.
Whooping. So you might as well come on now so you can go home after you get this whooping.
Okay. Let me tell you this. At the end of the day, I'm going to say this here. Tommy already told me your was going to do something like this. He told me that.
Who'd you say? Who the hell
Tommy
is Tommy?
Already told me you was going to act like this.
Who the hell is Tommy?
Nephew Tommy, Isaiah. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And guess what, Isaiah? Your girl Kendra got me to prank phone call you.
You know what? You, Kendra, and Devin, all of y'all can show up tomorrow, and all of y'all gonna get portions of this Valentine's Day. Ooh. You gotta give brother a chance to cool down now, man. To my sweet one and only Kendra, with all that is in me, I love you, baby girl. To death do us part. And it almost came early, but I love you.
Now that's when that boy pranking right there. You understand what I'm saying?
But Tommy, it's Valentine's Day.
What's
you got them all mad.
Well, you supposed to bring up somebody
somebody had to send it
in this house.
Yeah,
or else it wouldn't be a prank.
It wouldn't be a prank. And you tell me why did I do it on Valentine's Day? I mean, what you want me to call somebody today about Christmas?
Play too much.
How you want me to do this?
They're gonna have a good Valentine's Day, of course, but you can't help but think that in the back of your mind.
Oh, he's gonna be thinking about Devin all night tonight.
Yes.
Oh, it's all night tonight. Devin on his mind.
You did that.
And then he ain't gonna come as correct as Devin did. So.
CJ, you making it worse because they listening
fighting.
right now.
Yeah, they're gonna be fighting before night's end. All right.
Devin, at least Devin had some gifts.
Where are you gonna be?
I'm there tonight, baby. As soon as the show over with, I'm rolling to Killeen, Texas. The nephew got 2 shows tonight. It's Twice as Funny Comedy Club. Brand spanking new, and the nephew will be there. That's 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow, and 2 on Saturday. Tickets are on sale right now. And then the following weekend, I'm in West Palm Beach, Florida. And I'm finna do something new starting next week. I am going to prank someone live on stage.
Really?
All right, so I just bought all the gear that allows me to prank you while I am on stage on that microphone, and the audience can hear me do it.
Question.
Yes.
You have security on stage?
I ain't pranking nobody in the building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, he ain't got no security.
But I got security.
Okay, you better have security. All right, nephew, thank you. Coming up next, it's the Strawberry Letter subject, menage a non. We'll get into the letter right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. If you need advice on relationships, people, relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. That's all you have to do. And we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one on the air right now.
Here we go. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. The Strawberry Strawberry Letter.
You're a little too excited.
Yeah, but come on, hurry up and
All
read
right,
it,
subject, menage a non. All right, dear Steve and Shirley, my husband and I need your help. This is in the letter, we want Nephew Tommy's opinion, too.
Come on.
We met in college, and we've been married for 12 years. So sex can get rather boring over the years, even though we work hard to keep it interesting. My hubby completely fulfills my needs, and he says that I'm all he needs. But lately, we have been joking about having a menage a trois with another woman.
Yes.
I know. Married couples should never invite someone else into their bedroom, but we think it would help us more than hurt us. My husband and I met when we were very young, and neither one of us had the opportunity to be sexually adventurous before we got together. We even waited till we were married to be intimate, and he's the only man I've ever been with. Now the curiosity is killing us. We've talked about the menage a trois, and my husband explained to me exactly what he would like for the woman to do to him. And I told him exactly what I want the woman to do to me. Now we want to make it a reality so we can stop fantasizing about it. I know you get letters like this all of the time, and menage a trois can either be a good thing or a bad thing. Worst case scenario, my husband may really like how this other woman pleases him, and he may want more of her and less of me. I'm sure any woman is way more advanced in sex than I am, or maybe I'll really like the woman and get caught up. How can we safely explore our sexuality without ruining the good thing we have going? Do you think it's possible? Please help. Oh, I think you guys are treading in dangerous territory. That's what I think. I don't think you guys should do this. I know you've been married 12 years. I know, you've gotten a little bored with it, but you are working hard, you say, to keep it interesting. What's wrong with the fantasy just being a fantasy? Do we all have to act out our fantasies? Do we have to do that? You kind of answered your own question in the letter. Worst case scenario, my husband may really like how this other woman pleases him, and he may want more of her and less of me. Absolutely, that can happen. 100% that can happen. Are you willing to risk your marriage on that? Because that is exactly what can happen. And you can bring a whole bunch of problems into your marriage that don't need to be there. Or like you said, maybe you'll like the woman and get caught up. Okay? I mean, all of these things can happen. All right? I just, I think marriage is too sacred, and I don't think you should risk a menage a trois on your marriage. I don't think you should risk your marriage, I should say, on a menage a trois. Now, if you think you're mature enough and you can handle it, I'm sure a lot of couples have done this, and they're fine. But yeah, when you start inviting other people into your marriage, then that's where the problems start and can be really devastating. I mean, this could lead to all kinds of things and ultimately divorce. If you're willing to take that chance, go ahead. I say no. I don't think you should. But I'm sure the guys are gonna have their own opinion on this, and they won't agree with me. But I don't think you should do it. I think you're too. You've answered your own question. Worst case scenario, and you know what it is. All right, Junior. I don't think they should do it.
No, they shouldn't, Shirley.
Oh.
No, I'm with you, Shirley. They shouldn't.
Really?
What?
Nah. What should they do?
Nah, because he can't please the one he got.
Mm-hmm.
Now he going to get somebody else. Mm-hmm. I tell you what, lady, you better be both women. That's what you need to do. You better be both women. You better be Brenda and Beverly. Mm-hmm. You better be Sharon and Karen. You better come in there at least blindfold him and make him think it's two in there. But don't go get two women. Mm-hmm. Nah. Don't do this to yourself.
Yep.
No, that's it.
I can't believe you.
Dream killers.
All right, come on,
I'm not
Jay.
gonna do that.
Come on, Jay.
Damn dream killers.
All right, here's what's going to happen. If you're going to get somebody, what you need to do to make sure that you never, either one of you, ever want to do this again, you're going to get somebody in there that's so damn controlling that it's going to take both of y'all out the mood, okay?
A drill sergeant.
Just a thrill killer. Just all about, all right, let's get this going on. Let's start, right? You ready? You ready? She ready? First of all, we got to fill out these forms, all right? We ain't doing nothing to these forms that's fill out. You sign here, all right? Flip it over on the back. Sign that out. Fill that out, all right? Let's get this payment done. We need this payment because ain't nothing going down till we do payment. Let's exchange payment. All right, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here. All right, now this is your all. This is his all. Do not get these oils mixed up, okay? Pay close attention.
Oil?
This is your oil. This is his oil. Do not get these oils mixed up, all right? I will be rubbing you for 10 minutes, and I'll be rubbing him for 10 minutes, okay? After that, we will exchange oils, and I'll rub you for 10 minutes, and then I'll rub him for another damn 10 minutes. While I am rubbing, I want no damn talking to each other. I'm in control, okay? Am I making myself clear?
Yes,
Nod
sir.
your head
Yes,
if I'm
sir.
making myself clear.
Sergeant, yeah.
Nod your damn head if I'm making myself clear, okay? And then after that, we're going to smoke a cigarette. You're going to smoke a cigarette. I don't
But
give a
we
damn
don't
if you don't
smoke.
smoke. We
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes, okay? I don't want to hear that we don't smoke. We smoking cigarettes, all right? And then we're going to text one another about how you had and enjoy the evening. Am I making myself clear?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, now you're going to disrobe and then you disrobe, okay? Disrobe, okay? All the way. Tops off, tops off, tops off. All right, pants off. Dress off. All right, now we're good. All right, turn around. Look at each other. Let me see some love in your eyes. Love, love. Look at each other like you love each other, damn it. Look at each other like you love each other, damn it.
Yeah, this sounds sexy, Jay. Real.
Well, it's real oily if it ain't nothing else.
Right.
It's a lot of oil in there.
This is turning everybody on, Jay.
I better see some love.
I better see some love. Love now.
I want to see some love. Love now. Love now. All right, now let me get in there and love. Hold on. Now you come on out of there. I'm going to tag you, and I'm going to come and do some loving. Okay? Tag. Come on out. Come on out now. I'm loving. Okay, look at me. I'm loving. Don't look at me when I'm loving. I'm loving. All right, now tag me so you can do some loving.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
What kind of oil is this, Jay?
It's that
The
massage
love
oil.
oil.
Oh, the love oil.
oil.
Sounds like hate oil. All right.
And then you know what? When I leave here, I want 4 stars, all right? Am I making myself clear? 4
I
damn
gotta give folks
stars.
stars.
I certainly hope you're listening, reading between the lines to what we're really saying. Don't mess up a good thing. Don't mess up your marriage. All right. She asked for Nephew Tommy's opinion. We're going to get Nephew Tommy's opinion in part 2 of this Strawberry Letter at 23 after the hour. Subject, menage or nah. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter, and then we'll get to Tommy's response because they asked for it because they know how you are about menages, I think. Subject, menage or nah. It was written by a woman who has been married to her husband for 12 years. She says in that amount of time, sometimes sex can get rather boring, and even though they work hard to keep it interesting. So she says her husband completely fulfills her needs, and he says she's all that he needs. But lately, they've been fantasizing about having a menage a trois with another woman. And she says she knows that married couples should never invite someone else into the bedroom, but they think that it would help them more than hurt them. She and her husband have talked about what they want this other woman, exactly what they want the woman to do to him, the husband, and exactly what the woman wants the woman to do to her. And they want to make this fantasy a reality just so they can stop fantasizing about this. She says she knows we get a lot of letters about this, about menage a trois. Not as many as you think, but I will say this, the ones we get, they always want to hear from Tommy. I will say that. I will say that. So Tommy, she wants to know, should she do this? Is it going to ruin a good thing that they have going? And do you think this is possible? She wants some help in this situation.
I think we should.
You say what?
We should menage a try. You know what I'm saying? At least try. Let's give it a menage a try. Okay. Now you're not supposed to bring anybody into your bedroom.
Right.
That's always supposed. Good. bring it into the kitchen. Bring it into the living room. You understand what I'm saying? So you ain't got to go to the bedroom with this. Bring it into the kitchen, the garage. You can get this thing jumped. Yeah, anywhere. But the bedroom, that's sacred. We're not going to mess that up.
Wow.
That's just between the two of y'all, okay?
Right.
But when you want to menage a try,
Yeah.
when you want to just try,
Yeah.
you hit that living room, you
Yeah.
hit that garage,
That balcony.
that balcony,
Yeah.
that patio.
Yeah.
Hit that.
Hit that.
Hit that and
That
get
little
hit
hallway,
out
Tommy,
there.
how about that?
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you don't
you hear
really
Jay?
know. You don't. What did Jay say?
That little hallway, hit it right up in the
Right up
hallway.
in the house, right there by the thermostat, Jay.
Yeah.
And when it get good, bring that air down. Bring
Yeah.
that air down. When it get good, you know
Right
what I'm
like
saying? You can hit that hallway. You really want to hit something you ain't never been in? Go up in your pantry.
Yeah.
Get it up
Yeah.
in up
So
in
walk-in pantry?
Yeah, all them canned goods. Hit it right there.
Try it
You know,
right
if
there.
you can make it up in the ceiling, it's wide open.
It's
if
wide
you get up
open.
in there,
Yeah.
You ain't never seen your attic naked. Get up in your attic and
Yeah,
see it in a
menage
different
try
way.
it there.
Menage try. You try different
that's
places.
great place.
Huh? In your backyard while the lawnmower running. Get it.
Yeah, get it.
Try it. Huh?
Try it.
Okay. Now you don't have a lot of experience, and I understand that because this was your first man and your only man.
Yeah.
Got that? You don't really know what you're doing. So let this woman do everything to this man. Sit back and watch. All right. You need a
Learn
tutor.
something.
You need a coach. You need to learn something. This is what you do. You sit
Learn
on
yourself
the. You
something.
learn yourself something. Sit on the bench
Yeah.
and watch.
Get your camera out, record, take notes.
Yes.
I have a question.
notes.
Go ahead. I answer all questions. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So the husband wants another woman in the bedroom.
Yes.
Okay, what if they do that, like you say,
Yeah,
the menage a tri?
turn it out.
Okay, what if next time they want a menage a try with a man?
I wish the hell we
hell
would.
no.
See?
We ain't trying that.
nobody doing
We
that.
ain't trying
First of
that.
all, no.
What do you need all that for?
No.
What
He
is
ain't
that
paying
for?
no bills in here. I pay the bills.
Okay.
I decide who else come in
You
here.
better not ask me nothing like that.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
their
I can't
house.
believe you brought up something like that.
I know
That's
you
so
can't.
dangerous.
I
You
know,
want
I
to
know.
see a relationship go to hell? You ask me
Right,
something
right.
like that.
It's still a menage a try.
No, it ain't.
That is
No, what is that?
disrespectful.
What is that?
It ain't
Menage
not-
try is us trying to work
I
it
tell you
out.
what, bring
with
your ass
other
on up in
ladies.
here if you want to. See what happens to you. Come on up in here.
I know you ain't invited Kareem
Get
over
naked
here.
in my house.
Hey,
See what happens to you.
Who hand is this on my show?
Okay.
Huh? Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute, dog. Hey, man.
Is this Kareem?
Okay. Is this your pinky toe in my ear? What the hell is going on?
Is that Kareem Johnson?
Okay, I just wanted to point out
I'm
the
just
double
letting
standard.
you know. But we got to get this. We got to get this menage a try out and working, okay? Because it's possibly this is something that could work. It could fulfill what we're looking for in our relationship. It could be wonderful. We have to
This could
try.
be the missing link.
This could be the missing. We're bored
Or
right now.
not.
But we're bored.
She says they try really hard to keep it interesting. They
But you're
work
not
hard.
trying. You need to try with other people.
This is a fantasy. It can stay in your head.
What? No. Sometimes Shirley, dreams are meant to come true. Why do we dream it? Why are we dreaming if we don't want it?
This can mess up your marriage.
No,
this
it
can
can't.
mess up a good
That was
thing.
Not a menage a try.
Not a try.
Not a try.
Not
This
a
is
try.
like this is a
Tommy got a good point. Not a try.
You know, it's like a 30-day try. You know,
30 for you're doing this for 30 days.
I would like to if we're gonna do it. If we're gonna try
Try
it. If we're gonna try something, we gotta see if we really like it.
Oh, okay.
I like that, Tommy. 30-day try.
Yeah, you know,
30-day try.
Yeah, you know, you buy that medicine. You're supposed to lose weight,
Yeah.
and if it don't work in 30 days, you send it back to get your money back.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's what this is.
That's all it is.
Oh,
Menage a
okay.
It's a
try.
30-day menage a
Not
try.
to mention someone there to help out around the house. I mean, come on.
There you go.
See there?
See there? You ain't got to cook. You ain't got to wash dishes all the time.
We got that
Wow.
extra bedroom we ain't using.
Please don't do this.
Let's try.
Lady who wrote the letter, please do not listen to these idiots.
And this is a
And
great
mess up your marriage.
This is a great night to try.
Valentine's
Valentine night. Huh? Who'd have thunk it? Try it
Man.
tonight.
Uh-huh.
Love could be different. From henceforth and forever, it could change.
That's a great story to tell.
In the
Come
words
on.
of somebody
No,
who
that's
said
great.
this before, what have you got to lose?
What have you got to lose?
You already bored.
You have everything to lose, Jay. That is the issue. You have everything to lose.
Not if we
Repeat
try.
what the man said.
Right.
What have you got to lose?
Nothing at all.
You know what they say, Tommy? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Come on here, boy. Now that
What?
boy said something now.
What?
Now you done said something now. In the
You
world,
ain't cheating.
look here.
You ain't ain't trying.
In the words of my granddaddy, I ain't know how to quite well put it. But you done saying something now.
No, he did.
You done saying something.
You ain't trying to win.
Man, that's it.
Listen, do not do this, okay? Do not listen to them.
It's
Keep your
just
marriage
a
like
try,
it is.
Shirley. It's just a try.
It's just a try.
Keep working hard to keep it interesting, all right?
But that hallway by that thermostat, give it a shot.
All right, listen. If you want to comment on this letter, please go to Steve Harvey FM. Coming up in 10 minutes from the talk, it is our girl, Sheryl Underwood, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Carla is here with Reality Update. But right now, from the talk, you got it, girl. Right now, it is our girl from the talk, Sheryl Underwood. What up, Sheryl?
Hey now. Hey, you know today is the day.
Yes,
It's the day, baby.
Yes, it is.
Today is the day.
Love that.
Happy Valentine. Janie Brown, what you get me? Stop playing.
A
What
bag
you
of
get
money,
me?
baby. That's how I do every year.
Listen, you better go ahead with that old school. You better go on with the old school now. You better take that rubber band off that wallet and stop playing now. Stop
works,
Stop playing.
It still works.
You know what
Sheryl.
old cat daddies be talking? When old cat daddies try to match you, they come up, they want to pay bills.
Come here,
They
girl.
want to pay your light bill,
Let
girl.
me get that light bill for you, girl. Don't worry about
You
it.
better stop playing.
Reach in there and grab yourself.
Yeah.
Reach in there and grab yourself.
Yeah. You know how it go, Tommy. You know how it go.
Shake that front
And
right
then-
pocket.
Yes. That's right.
Shake that
And
front
then
right
Valentine's
pocket.
Day is over. So what we talking about? Man, there's so much going on.
A lot
What's on your
going
mind?
on.
Y'all gotta ask me
Cheryl?
questions. Everything is on my mind, but I'm trying to keep my good CBS job. Listen to me.
Okay.
So y'all had to ask. If y'all ask me something, then I'll answer it. But I don't
Okay,
What are you
Okay,
doing?
how about
What are
this?
you doing for Valentine's Day, Sheryl?
What I'm doing right now, trying to get that bag, baby. Trying to get retirement. That's why I keep all my jobs. People say, why you still do Steve Harvey Show? Because that's where the money is. Why we rob banks? Because that's where the money is. I pray to God that the Lord let Steve stay healthy and still want to do everything that he's doing. 'Cause
Amen.
I'm going to show up.
You're
I'ma
not
show
the
up.
only one. You're not the only one
Listen.
praying that prayer.
You better know it, Steve. Steve need another sidekick. I know he got all of y'all, but he needs somebody.
I got a question for you, Cheryl.
What's the question?
All right, did you get a chance to check out Steve's talk show yesterday, his conversation with Mo? What you think?
Yes, I
What's your
did.
thoughts? It was
I ain't got
heated,
nothing to
right?
say because listen, I'm trying to be friends with Monique. She'll come after you. She record you and then she turn it back on you. And you be like, that
No,
ain't
you
what the hell I said.
didn't. No, you
That ain't what
didn't.
the hell I said.
No, you
I have you
didn't.
on tape. Who are you, the government? You ain't supposed to have nobody on tape. Y'all know I'm telling the truth because I tried to call her. Remember that time I told y'all I tried to call her and talk to her? I hope she ain't listening right now. We was arguing like we used to go together or something. I was mad. I couldn't even get out my own Bentley. I was upset.
I remember when you said that, Cheryl.
Oh, I was so hurt.
Okay, then we'll just change the subject.
Well,
How
okay,
about
I got
that,
a question.
Cheryl?
I got a question.
I was hurt. Oh, huh? What's the question?
I got a
She
question.
need to apologize to Oprah though. She need to apologize to Oprah. Lee Daniel, Tyler Perry. Steve was right. You got to. Sometimes you got to go. I'm sorry, and then be like, but I'm
Go
still
ahead
protesting.
Go ahead with your question, Tommy.
I'm sorry. What's your question? What's the question?
Are we going to have
What's
a
the question?
government shutdown or are they going to have a resolution to all of this?
Hell to the double, no. Let me tell you why we not gonna have a shutdown. Commander and Cheeto, the comb over better act like he know he losing votes every time. You ain't building no wall. Listen, they done already dug 100 tunnels underneath where they
girl.
coming over here already. El Chapo told it. That's how they got him. He told it all. So why is you messing with these peoples? Trump's is gonna listen. You gonna mess it up. It's gonna be 35 Democrats running. Everybody need to run. Run, Jesse, run. Let's get our T-shirts back out. Run, Jesse, run, Jesse, run.
Not Jesse.
Man, listen, back in the day, Jesse Jackson was fine. Let me tell you something. You better go to some of these old Congressional Black Caucus and NAACP meetings. Jesse was fine, had a big natural and a white turtleneck with a leather vest.
Yeah, he did.
Listen, Jesse, yeah, me and Roberta Flack was like, yeah, girl, me too.
Not Roberta.
I'm sorry, did I tell too much?
Yes, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Oh, remember,
Son of a
I'll tell you the
preacher man,
time.
that's where that song came from.
That's sure enough, man. Listen, let me tell you what. Listen, Mary and Barry. I was in Mississippi once, and they was having a reunion, and Mary and Barry, man, listen. He wearing one of them Nehru jackets, man.
Not Nehru.
Yeah.
Former mayor of D.C.
Yeah, Mary and Barry fine. Mary and Barry fine. You know who else is fine? You remember? I'm gonna go far back. Remember Room 222? Remember Lloyd Hayes? Fine. Al Freeman Jr. Remember Al Freeman Jr.?
Al Freeman, yes, I do.
I got one for you. Cheryl, I got one for you.
Go ahead.
I got a question too. Go
Do
ahead.
you remember velour suit Al Sharpton with the medallion? Do you remember that, Al?
Listen to me. And when Al Sharpton had the finger wave pompadour flip,
Pompadour.
$400,000 could have got it, and he had a cape with it too. I said, "Boy, you better get on out of here playing. You play too much." But then he became the revered Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
You remember? Wait a minute, Jaylee Brown. You remember that one year we thought we had our movie career set? Remember we was both fighting to see who was gonna play Ralph Abernathy in the Martin Luther King show.
I have asked you to stop that.
Please welcome
You got no
Hey, Cheryl,
sense.
and we both had callbacks. I'll never forget it.
Yes. And they said, well, both of them is realistic, but I think the little short fat one, she's got to play Ralph Abernathy.
I got a question for you.
George Wallace's mama, she killed that two.
Carla, go on with your question.
All right, Cheryl.
What's the question?
We know today is Valentine's Day. This weekend, are you headed to Charlotte All-Star NBA weekend? What you got, girl? What's going on?
Well, see, I had to hang up my chaps. You know, I had to retire. From the All-Star. Cause they get a little young. I can't play Fortnite all night. I'm old. I take my blood pressure. See, these young, listen to me. These young people be trying to stay up all night.
They
all
play
night.
it, yeah.
Yes, all night. I mean, like, it's 5:30. It's time to watch the nightly news. Come on, little boy. You better stop.
Little boy.
Don't you have a game to play or something? Where's your father? Let me get in your father. Hey, so I'm going back to Wilt Chamberlain. I'm going back when you used to smack on a dude. Just walk up and go, what you doing after this while you drinking Crown Royal? You know, back when I used to chase Charles Barkley and Charles Oakley. I chased them both at the same time. I was at the Togo. Yeah, I was at the Togo in Cleveland. Steve know this story too. I had him hemmed up at the Togo. Then we went to Lancers. Had a good time.
All right,
Sorry, was I
Cheryl.
reminiscing? What was the question? What was the
We gotta go. We gotta go, girl.
What's the question?
We love you, Cheryl. We gotta go. Coming up.
Jandy Brown, you are not Ralph Abernathy. You cannot convey.
Coming up at the top of the hour, it's Carla's reality update right after this. Thank you, Cheryl. We love you.
Thank you.
We love
You
you,
George
Cheryl.
Wallace's great grandma.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Tommy, it's that time.
It's that time, Shirley. It is happening on the perfect day, Valentine's Day. She is here, the one and only Carla Farrell's reality update.
Woo! Thank you, nephew. Okay, crew, let's get to it. Last night, season finale, Celebrity Big Brother. So it was down to the final two contestants. Former NFL player Ricky Williams and Tamar. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner.
Come on now. Drum roll.
Big Brother. For the first time, an African-American woman won Celebrity Big Brother. Tamar Braxton, baby. Yes.
Tamar won.
Good for her.
She won. Yes.
Now, what do they win, Carla? What do they win?
$250,000.
All right
All
now.
right,
girl.
Tamar.
Yeah. Can't be
Tamar.
mad at that.
832.
Send your number out there. Got that Houston area code.
Good.
Come on.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah,
I
congratulations
don't
to
see. Here's the
Tamar.
thing.
And you
I
know
don't
what?
watch Big Brother. What is the rule? What's the
Well, let me
rules
just
of
say
the
this, Jay. For Tamar, she played the game. She brought the drama, she brought the tears, she brought the comedy, and it's a strategic game that you have to play. And you have these alliances. You got to get the strongest and most athletic person. You got to get them out of the house. It's a game. It's a mind game. So shout out. Let me say this.
Oh, it's a mind game. That's
well, you got to think. It's strategy.
Oh, okay.
And let me say this as well. Lolo Jones. She was a little bitter.
Was she?
Aw, I like her.
Yes, she was
like
a little
her.
bitter at
Lolo
the
is, I don't
end.
care.
Yeah. She
At the end, she was because she thought she should have
Well,
won.
she's
Is
a
that why?
competitor, though. You know, she competes.
Well,
so,
whatever though.
you know.
What about Candy, Carla?
Candy was very, very good. She was down to the final 5.
Oh, okay.
She made it. And the friendship, her and Tamar, they had this moment. So it was good. Much love to Candy. She played the game as well.
Yeah.
But the winner at the end of the day, I got to give it to
Atlanta
Tamar.
Housewives?
Yeah.
Yes, Candy Burris.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
good for her. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And we have to just give it up to Tamar because she got everybody watching Celebrity Big Brother. I mean, I haven't watched it in forever. So shout out to Tamar. Again, African American won Celebrity Big Brother. First time. So that's so big. And she's a woman. So that's good. Black History Month.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
And Candy, if you listening, send me some of them toys. I wish I had them tonight.
Hey, man.
Well, it's Valentine. I just think about the toys.
You really don't want none of them toys.
Oh.
You're not going to. You don't.
Come on, Carla. Don't pay any attention to him.
Right. And then you know what? I want to keep talking about Lolo for a second. Lolo Jones. Her and Tamar, they were talking in the Celebrity Big Brother house. And, you know, Lolo is still a virgin. And
832.
Hell, I'm going to give him Junior number. 832.
Okay, come on, Carla. Okay, go ahead. You were saying.
She's a virgin. She says she's waiting until marriage. And then Tamar, you know, she was just saying, wow, what if you marry a guy and the sex is just not good? What are you going to do? And then Lolo said, well, she had nothing to compare it to. So, yeah, she'll be good. So, no comparison there. So, there you have it. So, Lolo.
Well, that's why she pouting, because she lost. She really stressed, Carl. She's stressed. She got a lot pent up. How old is Lolo? She about to be at least 30, ain't she? Yes, she's stressed.
She's in her 30s.
Oh, that's
She's
a
in
lot
her
of
30s.
stress.
That lady get in her 30s
Well,
too.
just want to inform y'all that me and Lolo will be getting married this week.
Soon
To
the bride and groom.
Y'all, y'all invited,
She
and
was
then
36,
you know, hey, there it is. I didn't want to tell nobody, but there it is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Put it out there,
Well,
Junior.
congratulations.
Dream big.
Let me be the first.
You
Yeah.
always tell you
Hey,
dream
Lo.
big, man.
Oh, you
I
Lolo
Lolo Jones
Yeah.
face, huh?
Hey, boo-boo.
Lolo and Junior.
Yeah.
What else is going on, Carla?
All right, let's switch gears. Let's go to Real Housewives of Atlanta since we were talking about Candy Burris. All right, so you know the ladies are in Japan, in Tokyo, and they were doing this whole celebrating Eva, you know, her wedding, bachelorette party, girls trip, and Tanya, she's one of the new friends on the show. She planned this bachelorette party for Eva, and boy, was it boring. But then, I mean,
Damn,
boo.
Boy, was it
Whack.
bored.
Boy, even
bored,
I was
so-
aboard. I was aboard too.
Listen, Jay, listen.
Listen,
But then
Linda.
Portia had the ladies play this game with pickles, and that was kind of crazy. And then the ladies, they started having fun. And then Jay Anthony Brown, a Japanese stripper, came to the bachelorette party.
Is it going to be harder for you ladies? Turn around.
Jay.
Something's going to happen now. Ooh. Watching me work it
But
is.
Jay.
Watching me work it is.
he danced, but he kept his socks on the whole time, and they kept telling him to take his socks off.
What kind of socks?
It's
Just
against
a
your
regular
religion
white
to take
sock.
a sock off.
Oh, yeah, they keep their
It's
socks
against your
on.
religion to take a sock off.
Not
He had his
sexy.
Levi's socks
Not
off.
sexy.
Yeah. Anyway, let's switch subjects here. So Nene, she had a meltdown, you know, about
Oh,
Greg's
wow.
battle with
Oh,
stage
yeah.
3 colon cancer. And she just admitted that she's used to Greg being there, the nurturing one, and taking care of her. But now she has to be the one that's strong all the time and front like everything is okay. So she kind of broke down in front of Cynthia. And then Nene, she did talk to Greg, you know, because they were kind of beefing and the time zone differences or whatever. They hadn't been talking while she was on the trip. long story short, Greg sent her some flowers, a big bouquet of flowers. He wrote her a note, and Eva was there with Nene, and Nene was just crying, and then Eva said, could she read the note from Greg? Because, Nene was really, really touched, and part of the note said, this is from Greg to Nene, you are for me, and you are in pain. I hurt too. Forgive me, my heiress. Let me draw you in, my love, for I feel pain that I have inflicted on you. Let me back in your heart so I can touch and mend our love, and we continue to grow with each other.
Oh my God, how romantic.
Oh, girl. Oh, my God.
Wow.
It wasn't better than that poem I did. I know that.
She was done after that, wasn't she?
Yes,
So should I put the clothes on and go now? It's time to go for me.
Will you? So Nene cried, and Eva gave her some privacy. Finally, let me go. At the end of the dinner, Candy apologized to Portia for talking about her man, Dennis. Candy said she kind of understood what all that stuff she went through when people were talking about when she was dating Todd and her husband. So it seems like Candy and Portia has squashed their beef. If you want to keep talking about this reality update, go to @Lips by Carla, Miss Shirley Strawberry. We got to go. 20 after. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, guys, wow, this story is still really hard to talk about, but it was a year ago today that 17 people were killed by a 19-year-old gunman at the Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. We all remember this. We will never forget this
Horrific.
day. Yeah. And then how all of the historic March for Our Lives rallies were organized by the school shooting survivors. These kids and their families wanted Parkland, Florida to be the last of these mass school shootings. And now, for the first time in years, Congress held a recent hearing on gun violence prevention policies, including H.R. 8. That is a bill to require background checks on all gun sales. This is an essential piece of legislation because right now, background checks are only required under federal law for sales conducted by licensed dealers. That leaves out plenty of unlicensed sales, at gun shows and online. So, in fact, nearly 1 in 9 people looking online to buy guns from unlicensed sellers wouldn't pass a background check. That's according to a new report from Everytown for Gun Safety. This legislation can fix this dangerous loophole. Yes, and our prayers and thoughts are still with the people of Parkland, Florida on this day. It really was sad. I mean, really sad. It was just horrific on a day of love. Yeah, on Valentine's Day of all days. Yeah.
And I was watching the news. Some of those students, some of the survivors, some of them were seniors in school last year, and they took a gap year off from college to do work like this to try to help those legislation bills get put in place. They organized those, rallies and protests, March for Our Lives, because they wanted change, and they're going through grief now.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to do something so immediately after it happened.
So passionate
now
about it.
they're dealing and processing with the loss.
Yeah. It has an effect on them.
Yeah. And the president, you don't even hear him talk about gun control.
No, the only time we ever talk about it is when something horrible like this happened, unfortunately, in this country. But yeah, I know they were offering like psychological help to the students and the people who were involved last year, and I hope that help is still available to the kids from the school and to those who were affected, their families and everything.
I think about my kids at school every day. Every single day. I think
every
about
day,
my kids.
Tommy.
I do, man. When they leave, I'm like, oh my God, God, please stay with them and make sure they safe. Because you don't know what person may do something crazy.
I'm sure every parent goes through that. They think about that and people who homeschool their children, a lot of times this is why they homeschool them now, because of the school shootings and the violence.
I'm sure, Shirley, that's the number one reason.
Yeah.
And my little girl and my little girl and my son go to school together. They're both in the same private school, so my little girl knows, get to your brother.
Yeah.
Get to him.
And run and don't stop.
Don't stop.
Wow.
And I get emails from my daughter's school. We conducted a safety drill today. We conducted lockdown. This is a normal routine for our children.
For these babies, yes.
It's just scary.
It really, really is. But I'm glad they have them, though, because they need them. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in now, in which we live.
Yeah.
Wow.
So sad.
Yeah, it is. So, again, our thoughts and prayers are with those families on this day. We know this is a hard day for you, and we're with you. You're in our thoughts and prayers. All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
The number one trending story on Steve Harvey FM is Steve's interview. Everybody's talking about this with Monique. And as we all know, there was a lot of drama between Monique, Tyler Perry, Oprah, and producer Lee Daniels. Well, Monique has been very vocal about this situation. Take a listen.
As we try to come through this, because what I want really is for you to come through, because I know who you really are. And so what I want you to do is come through this with a different way. Because you, Monique, you my girl. I love you like a sister. I hate what's happening to you. I hate what they're saying that's not true. I want them to know that you are Carrie, that you're a great mother, that you're an incredible talent. I don't like the fact that you've been blackballed. You can be unblackballed. You too talented to have to worry about all this where the next one coming from. I want this to end for you.
Well, listen.
I want it to end for you, Monique, because I love you. Because these people are doing it the wrong way, and you better than that. You are better than that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really something. That was Steve being, yeah.
I missed it.
Yes,
I was there.
Oh, you
I missed
the
it
show?
yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
missed
Right
the
there.
show.
Yeah.
We was right there.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was
and this discussion was heated. Take a listen. Here's more.
I probably should have called you as soon as, but I didn't. I got a lot of stuff going on, so I didn't. When I did call you, I listened to you. But I began telling you at the very beginning, I think we're going about this the wrong way. Now, we keep saying stuff in the interim that keeps just making it worse. Hollywood know you
But
talented.
it's making it worse for who?
It's making it worse.
For who?
Okay, if you think it's cool, then it's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
But
to
it's
you,
not
baby.
cool, Mo.
For who?
It's not cool.
For who?
The fact that we sitting here arguing like this.
We're not arguing.
Okay, we're discussing.
You and your sister, we having a conversation that mommy and daddy ain't here right now, and I'm getting ready to punch you in your mouth.
Nah.
That's the conversation. Bam, bam. Right. I think what happens, though, is I've had to understand how to agree to disagree without being upset. And that's the thing. I disagree with my brother. I'm not upset with you. I love you.
Wow. Whew. Well, I mean, you know, brother and sisters do get into heated
But it was
discussions.
time. It was time for it to come out.
Yeah.
It's been going on a
Yeah,
long time.
I mean-
It's just time.
It hasn't come to the forefront like this, you know.
Right.
We know what Monique said on stage and all of that, and we know what's been going on behind closed doors and behind the scene. But people, you know, haven't heard the two of them discuss it publicly like they discussed it yesterday on the show, and it was trending. It was trending a lot, and
It still
hopefully-
is.
Yeah, and it still is, right?
I think Monique could have said, you know, if nothing but if I offended somebody for the way I said it, then I apologize for that. I'm not taking back what I said because that's what I felt, as opposed to her saying, well, I stand by what I said, because I think that's what everybody wanted, is just to move on.
Yeah, you wanna
And it
move
seemed like
on.
it seemed like a fight that Monique had with Netflix. Not that everybody had that fight with Netflix, and that's probably to me, that's where she went wrong.
Well,
That-
and there
that's
was a
just
lot of issues. There was the Netflix boycott,
It was
and
the
then
telling-
you know, like Shirley talked about with Tyler Perry,
Yeah, those
and
statements.
Lee Daniels,
Yeah.
and with
Yeah.
Oprah
Telling them
Winfrey,
to-
and with
Yeah.
all of that, and being blackballed from
Yeah.
the industry, you know, based on
Well,
things
when you
that she
say
said,
stuff
and
like
it
that,
sounded like
there ain't gonna be a lot of people calling you when you say that.
right, right.
All right, guys, we're going to have one more break of the day on this Valentine's Day, and we'll come back right after this with our last break of the day, a Valentine's message from Jay and the fellas, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, last break of the day. It's been a good day, this Valentine's Day, huh? Yeah.
Valentine's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
Yes, it is. Steve will be back tomorrow, guys. But before we go, it's Valentine's Day, so Jay, you wanted to kick it off with some Valentine's
What I'd
love
like
stuff?
to do is,
What you want to
can
do,
I get
Jay?
some music? Can I get a little bit of music?
You want some love music? Some
No.
clothes
You want
and
to set the mood?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, set the music, yeah.
yeah.
That?
Sex?
That right
You
there.
gonna
Yeah,
use
I like
Steve's
that. I like that. I like that.
Oh, you
Well,
like
we
it?
could get some
Can I
other
use-
music,
can I
Jay, if you
use
need
music?
some more.
Yeah.
You need something else?
Yeah.
that's
What I want to talk to today, what I want to talk about today is what women really want. I saw the movie What Men Want, and a lot of times men are struggling to
Yeah.
find out what women really want.
What they want, Jay?
What they really want. What they don't tell you what they want. But here's one of the things that women really want. If you can take some time out of your day.
Yeah.
Take some, let's say 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't say a damn word. Don't look like you're thinking about nothing. Don't laugh. Don't look at your phone.
Okay.
Just listen. Now you're gonna hear stuff you heard before. Okay. But you just listen.
Just listen.
Just listen.
You know what, Jay? You know what?
Talk to him,
you know what women really want, and this is what men need to understand. There's some things sometimes that you overlook and you don't see what a woman really wants.
Really?
A woman wants a man to just take the time out of his busy schedule and just scratch her scalp. You understand what I'm saying?
Man.
Scratch her
Man.
scalp. You don't know what
Man.
that do to a woman if you just scratch her
Talk it, Tommy.
scalp.
Talk
You guys know
You don't know what kind of love that brings, and you just scratch her
Oh, you
scalp.
just grab her by the back and then just get the scratch.
And just get the
Get,
scratch.
get on it with
Yeah,
Put
with
hard
that
up in there.
rat tooth comb.
Yeah.
Go
Ooh.
down.
Oh, you just gonna do me like this?
Get up
Ooh,
there.
he loves.
What they want, Junior? What they
I'm
want?
gonna
What
tell
women
you. I'm
really
gonna tell you, man.
What they want, man?
You know, this is the day for love. You know, and after all the flowers is gone,
Yeah,
and
have wilted away.
the dinner,
Yeah.
you know, and everything. You take it to dinner tonight, and you know, after you get through, you have a little couple of drinks and everything, and it's time to go in that room. You know what women really want you to do?
What they want?
Not to go to sleep that early. They really want you to be up this time.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to feel like they feel, and then you over there.
You know,
Not tonight,
They don't
fellas.
That's what we
that.
doing.
Not
They-
tonight. Not tonight,
They don't
fellas.
want. Let me tell you what else women want.
Huh?
It's late at night.
Yeah.
Lovemaking over.
Yeah.
And she says, I hear something. And then she got to go back and forth. You go, well, what is it? And she said, didn't you hear that? And she says, no, I didn't hear it. She wants you to get right up and find out what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk to you back and forth. They could be up the steps by then, okay?
Yeah.
When she says she hears something, damn it, go deal with it,
Yeah.
okay? That's what women want.
Well, you know what,
That's
Jay? I think you've missed the point here. What they really, really want. Before we get to that, Junior, before we get to that love making that you're talking about, before we, after them drinks are done, when they first get in that room, you understand? When they take that brassiere off,
I was just about to go there.
they
but go
want
ahead.
you to rub where that brassiere been cutting up under them right
Where
there.
it leaves
Yeah.
that
You know where it be
mark.
cutting up?
The mark shows
That
you
mark
where to
shows you.
scratch.
If you rub
Thank
there, you'd
Thank
be
you.
surprised how
Yes.
soothing,
Thank you.
Yeah.
soothing
Thank
that
you.
moment is.
The marks
Yeah.
are the
The
direction.
red part is an alert
If
to
you follow the
scratch.
mark,
Yeah.
Thank you.
You
Okay.
lead there.
Thank
Is
especially in
that
the,
your GPS?
boy, especially in the back where it fasten up at.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're under, just
Yeah.
start rubbing around them lines.
Yeah.
all
And
know
boy, you'll be
That looks like a
surprised.
jigsaw puzzle at the back.
I know.
Get that
You don't know it hit all of that. Yeah.
What they want.
Let
What
me
they
try to
want,
tell you.
Junior.
I think you own something about that Brazil, but before that though, after you get that off, after you get the Brazil off and everything, and y'all get in the tub and
Brazier.
everything, you got bubble baths and everything. Please, fellas, to this tonight.
Okay.
Please make sure you ain't put the Dawn in there. Use actual bubble bath, cause when them bubbles get in her eye,
Thank you.
that
Thank
stain.
Yeah.
Actually,
Man.
go get bubble
You- yeah.
bath. If she come over there, don't use palm olive. Done. All that stank.
Yeah, that stank.
Get bubble bath.
Real bubble bath.
Don't
There
come
you
up
go.
and be
There you
washing
go.
a glass while she in there.
And let's
Yeah.
let's stay in the restroom for a while.
Come on, let's stay in
because
there.
there's
Come
some
on.
things that
Let's
we need to
straighten
talk
it
about.
out. Come on.
You're in the tub. You're in the tub. You put the real soft bubble bath in there that doesn't itch her eye. But over in the
eye?
sink, you see some things bubbling. Bubbling. Don't complain. Wash those things out, okay?
Yeah.
Wash them out.
I got you.
Okay.
Do your duty. Wrench them out.
Yeah.
Wrench them out.
Range.
Range.
Yeah.
Range is good.
Wrench.
Wow.
Range.
Dry them off. Twist them in a towel so they'll be dry tomorrow.
I love it. I love it.
They know
Now,
nothing,
now when
Carla.
you get out there,
No, we do
Not
know.
sexy.
We
But
do
when you-
know.
when you
Yeah.
get out that tub,
We know what y'all want.
Yeah.
when you get out that
Yeah.
tub and she's you done patted her dry now. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to grease her. Get you some
Yeah.
nice Vaseline.
Yeah.
Rub it down like a boxer.
Yeah.
You understand?
Like a boxer.
Like a boxer.
Yeah.
You know how boxers on their face, they have
they
that
put that
Vaseline?
right there over the
Yeah,
eyebrow.
over that eyebrow, got
Yeah.
you shining.
Got shine.
You know what I'm saying? But rub that all over. Because
Yeah.
y'all finna go into some great love making now.
Yeah.
You
And
okay?
put them socks on that feet so that soaks in overnight. Yes.
It's so stupid. You know nothing about women.
Yeah.
My God.
It is.
Now, if you gonna
Go ahead,
if you
Judy.
gonna
Go
pick
ahead,
her
man.
up, if you gonna pick her up and
If you
carry her to
can.
that bed,
Yeah.
make sure your back on the wall first. Then tell her come over.
Yeah, okay.
And then lean back and run to that bed. Don't you drop her ass on that hardwood. Just get your back on the wall first.
Yeah.
Then say come on.
Yeah.
Then lean forward and run to that bed.
And you know what that is? That's that African death stroke. That's that African death stroke, boy. Ride tonight.
This is what women want.
Ride tonight. Khalid.
For all
Happy
Steve Harvey
Valentine's
contests, no
Day,
purchase
everybody.
necessary.
We
Void
love
where
you.
prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.